The FBI was concerned about putting a member of Congress on the Intel Committee that has the rights to see things that others don't because of his knowledge and relationship with a Chinese spy. They brought it to the works of the leaders. I've got that briefing. So I do not believe he should sit on that committee. And I believe there's 200 other Democrats that can serve on that committee. So this has nothing to do with Santos. Santos is not on the Intel Committee. But you know what? Those voters elected Schiff, even though he lied. Those voters elected Swalwell, even though he lied to the American public too. So you know what? I'll respect his voters too, and they'll serve on committees. But they will not serve on a place that has national security relevance because integrity matters to me. That's the answer to your question.
All right. So there's McCarthy's response. First of all, I'd love to know who that reporter was asking the question, because it's obvious that she's carrying the water for the Democrat Party. Not a surprise, but she's not some objective journalist. There's maybe 2 of those left in the entire country. But McCarthy's right. Like McCarthy or not, I know a lot of people don't. I know a lot of people have questions or maybe deciding where they stand on him. But he's right on a lot of things he said there the whole time Trump was in office. Adam Schiff kept telling people that he saw overwhelming evidence, that was his word, overwhelming evidence that Russia and Trump colluded to get Trump elected. He was in a position, Adam Schiff, of power and trust, and he betrayed that trust with the American people by peddling falsehoods for years. Literally for 4 years in particular. And Adam Schiff knew he was lying to the people. But when you repeat a lie long enough, like we talk about with Joe Biden all the time, you repeat it enough, it becomes true. Becomes true. And what's scary about that, what's terrifying, in fact, about that, is then that same lie that becomes true in his mind, in his buddy's mind, it becomes true to all these diehard Democrats out there who are waiting with bated breath to see what their elected officials do and say. I mean, even to this day, the brainwashed Democrats don't see any sort of problem with Schiff lying about Trump, lying to the American people, lying to them, the Democrat voters even. Because wait for it. You guessed it. It was for the greater good. It's for the greater good. Because Trump was such an evil man. Had to get him out. So you can break and bend any rules you want. Lies and deception were okay in that situation because it met a goal of getting him out of the way. That's what we're dealing with here. That's who these people are. And Kevin McCarthy is also correct about Eric Swalwell. Call me old-fashioned, but I think one of the disqualifiers for being on any committee, let alone the Intel Committee, is having sex with a foreign spy. It's just that should be a general rule. Like, are you banging a Chinese or any other, big state actor spy? Yes? Okay, well, you can't be on this committee. It's just, and really, I mean, we talk Swalwell all the time. But honestly, Eric, he's pouting now. I'm going to show you some of his responses. Do you really think a reasonably hot chick like Fang Fang is going to actually want to fool around with you if you couldn't provide the information that she could send back to her bosses? Like, where did you really see this going? I'm always just fascinated and curious with people making such horrible decisions. We all make mistakes. We do. But that one, man, that was bad.
Get the whole story on Red Voice Media Premium using the link below, completely uncensored and ad-free.